my chat, trying to watch me react. Skulls caved in, but the wheelchair's fast. Wipe off the drool and I'm coming right back. Get the money quick, but I'm spending it faster. Just got a character to master. Fuck a blood test, fuck Jasper. Give me receipts, not a ruler. Fuck a den head, I'm a mouth drooler. Bitch, I'm helpless, I'm a loser. Alcohol abuser, mouth drooler. Wish you found me sooner, I was cooler. Now I'm just a brain dead, mouth drooler. Bitch, I'm helpless, I'm a loser. Alcohol abuser, mouth drooler. Wish you found me sooner, I was cooler. Now I'm just a brain dead, mouth drooler.
For masturbating in front of children. Yeah, that's so good. He was caught masturbating. I think he's like 35 years old.
Who?
I just want the bust. Oh man, bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the. 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 I just want the bust. I just want the eat it. I just want the. I just want the. I just want the. I just want the. I am fucking based. Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls. Fucking eat it. He's doing a meme. This is cringe. Eat it. Eat it. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Please. I just want the. I just want the. I just want the. I just want the. I just want the.
I'm about to blow. Look at Mom. Who?
Cool it, girl, my only love. Cool it, girl, my only love. Praying to the skies above. Juice on your lips, and it's dripping on your hips. Put my girl in jail for so long. She did nothing wrong. I want you free, and I'm begging to the skies above. Cool it, girl, my only. Yeah, cool it, girl, my only love. If I were that guy from the farming website, I'd treat you right. Grab those cheeks all night. I will change your life. No more OnlyFans. I will be your only man. Free Kool-Aid for life. Only for $11.95. No more living in a van. We're going on vacation in Japan. And you can use my hot tub. Cool it, girl, my only. Yeah, cool it, girl, my only love.
My girl fresh out, looking so nice. Let me get a date for $11.95. Grab your van, baby, we can take a ride. And if we get in the jam, go out like Bonnie and Clyde, baby. Let me holler, girl, I'ma give a big tip. You can smoke loud on my cam, come and get this. We can take big up to the Costco, get some cool 8 mix. Let a homie get all up in that crazy. We can hang out in your van, you could give a handy J like that officer you play, baby. Make it angry like I wasn't finna pay, baby. Kool-Aid girl, you the only one, the only girl I want in my tub. Only fans giving me that chub, little brazy mama, so brazy, so thug.
Juice on your lips and it's dripping on your hips. Put my girl in jail for so long. She did nothing wrong. I want you free and I'm begging to the skies above. Kool-Aid girl, my only, yeah, Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Kool-Aid girl, my only love. Praying to the skies above. Kool-Aid girl, my only love.
Alright. Well, nobody's here right now. Let's get this ready for when I end the stream. Alright. I haven't seen this video yet, but we'll have a look at this one and see where it
What's up,
goes.
gamers? Dreamcast Guy here, and today we're talking about an Xbox game, but I guess technically not an Xbox exclusive. The next major Microsoft game project is a Doom sequel, but it takes place in the ancient past. And to be honest, it sounds fantastic. Let's take a look at the leaks and the fact that apparently this is another multi-platform Xbox release that we're going to be playing very soon.
Yeah, that's fine. Not everything that Microsoft's gonna make is gonna be Xbox exclusive, or also on PC and whatnot. It'll probably come to PS5, but I would imagine that would be on Game Pass day one though when it launches, because it is a first-party game, and all first-party titles do come to Game Pass. So.
Hi, I hope you're having a great day. If you could, give this video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Now, apparently, it's going to be called Doom: The Dark Ages. It's going to be revealed at the Xbox Showcase coming up here in about 2 weeks, June 9th, and apparently it's going to be a medieval take on the Doom world. Now, the idea of this is initially completely mind-blowing. I definitely love Doom. I definitely loved Doom Eternal, but this is just such a different take. It seems like such...
I'm pretty sure I have Doom and Doom Eternal, or I have... Give me a moment here. I'm gonna look it up on my Steam account. On my phone. What do I have? I have Doom. Oh, I don't have Doom Eternal. So I have Doom 2016 on Steam. I've got the original Doom, Doom 2, and Doom 3, and I think Doom 64 on the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I got Doom 2016 on sale a few months back. Doom Eternal was also on sale, but I didn't snap that one up yet. But I'll eventually get it, I'm sure. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And I want to wait for another sale before I grab it.
Such a great idea to take it in a radically new direction that, in fact, I immediately had to tweet out the fact that Medieval Doom sounds like a massive Xbox W. Now, other leakers immediately began to...
Well, that's kind of a surprise, considering Dreamcast Guy is pretty much a Sony fanboy, PlayStation fanboy, so... Okay.
Chime in after this initial report by Insider Gaming, and basically people are saying, yes, this is real, and yes, it is being developed fully multi-platform, so it is coming to the PlayStation 5. In fact, I thought this was funny. When this was first leaked directly by Tom Henderson, he was like, hey, this is going to be great. Immediately, the replies are like, can't wait to get this on PS5, PS5 version getting announced. Now, I think this game is great, but I do find it a bit fascinating that at this point, Microsoft is clearly, in their own way, kind of giving up on the Xbox, that Game Pass numbers are not going to pay back as instantaneously. Like, the budget of this game is probably at least $100 million at the very lowest ballpark. So,
Well, Game Pass is profitable. Like they are making money off of Game Pass, so there's not really much of an issue. Yeah, it's not growing right now, but the thing is it is profitable. And if they do, even if they do release it on Game Pass, it's still going to be perfectly fine. Like they will make their money back. Plus their sales on Steam and on PlayStation if it launches on PS5 and stuff like that.
So even at that range, it's hard to sell enough Game Pass subscriptions to pay that back. Whereas if you put it on a console like the PlayStation 5, where people can actually spend money to recoup those costs, obviously that's much more lucrative. Now, this sounds good, but the extra part of this is that we definitely know this leak is real because it has actually been accidentally posted by Microsoft themselves. When there was that whole big court case with Activision Blizzard and Microsoft and the FTC, there was a time where one of the lawyers posted a bunch of incredibly top secret documents, just straight up put them on the internet, said, hey, here's everything that Xbox is currently working on. And in it, there was a project that was just called Doom Year Zero. Now, we didn't know what that meant at the time, but people assumed at the very least it was going to be some sort of prequel. But I don't think that anybody predicted that it would be this far in the past. Now, the director of the game, Hugo Martin, I've personally met this guy. I've had a chance to hang out and have drinks with him. The man's a genius. He definitely understands the nature of first-person shooters. He is the director of Doom Eternal, which is obviously a freaking masterpiece. And he said this. So, Doom Eternal came out, and then they did these two big pieces of DLC, the Ancient Gods Part 1 and the Ancient Gods Part 2. I reviewed all these. I played all these. I even bought I bought Doom Eternal on Nintendo Switch. Let me tell you, that's a very rough version of the game. But here's a weird statement he said that I thought was kind of fascinating. We could tell a story about when the Doomslayer first came to the place with the Sentinels, almost like more of a medieval setting, a fantasy setting, Martin said. I think you should play the DLC too, and you'll see lots of hints of what we could do moving forward, maybe even in the future. Again, our hero is somewhat timeless. I mean, literally, he's immortal. We could tell all kinds of stories. Now, some people are taking this to mean that it could be set between Doom 64 and Doom 2016.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played either of those yet. I played the original Doom on PC through MS-DOS like 25 years ago. Like I was really young, and my dad didn't have like the full copy of the original Doom, so I only had like the first couple levels and stuff like that. It was shareware, like the shareware version of Doom. Okay. Doom 64. Interesting.
The Doomslayer has been around for a very long time. He loves to rip and tear. Now, it's cool to me because honestly, I think that this is just such a bold concept. I think that the gaming industry at times gets so afraid of doing something.
I wonder what the weapons will be if it's set in a medieval setting. Like, would it still have all the same weapons, or would it be very different? Like, I can see the sword and the spike thing that he's got on his wrist there, but spike sword. But I wonder what other weapons he would have.
Something radically different. And honestly, this seems like something that could have a very cool rhythm to it. Doom Eternal had a game that just had so many mechanics, some people kind of got overwhelmed by it. In fact, I even found this. This is the official Reddit games, and one of the top comments is kind of complaining that, if anything, Doom Eternal was too deep. The fact that it had chainsaws to get ammo, flamethrower to get armor, grenades to kill enemies, glory kills to restore health. It was a game that definitely tried to get you to do a little bit of everything, on top of the fact that it actually had platforming and air dashes and all sorts of crazy bosses and stuff. I thought Doom Eternal was incredibly good, but honestly, taking it to the medieval era is genius, because I feel like it opens up a totally different avenue. Like, what if it ends up being like Evil Dead, where we have a current guy with his own guns and ammo and stuff, but he's tearing apart retro demons and castles? Or what if we actually just have to go purely more melee? We're using like crossbow bolts and explosive arrows on top of just our raw power gauntlet armor to rip people apart. Like, not enough companies are willing to sit down and say, hey, what would happen if we did something kind of stupid? What if we did something kind of silly just to see if it actually sticks? Now, part of the reason I am so trusting is because Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal are fantastic. They are some of the best
I've seen a fair bit of footage of the games. Like, he's even got some background footage here. It looks good. Like, I would have no complaints as to the quality of the game. I think I'll enjoy it when I do get around to playing it. I have over like 900 games in my library right now, including some free to play and stuff like that. But yeah, I still have to beat Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. I think I'm a quarter of the way through the game, or maybe not even, because I've been playing that, and yeah, I've been recording that off of my Steam Deck. I haven't played in the last few weeks since my laptop died, because I haven't been able to create content or even transfer my files to my external hard drive and stuff. But now that I got this PC working, I'm able to record again.
Fast first-person shooters ever. They just have so much going on, from mechanics to verticality to monster design to enemy weak points. Like, they're the kind of games that you just want to play over and over and over again, just to see how perfect and how many scores and points and craziness you can rack up in every single level. Taking that DNA and applying it to the past, man. Now, I will admit, if they release this day one, I am probably going to buy it on PS5 first. If there is a delay, of course I'll play it on Xbox Game Pass, but I'm just such a trophy hunter. I think I'm going to play it first on PS5. Maybe I'll get it on.
That does not surprise me, but he does have an Xbox Series X and a PS5, so alright.
PC. My PC is so powerful now, I think a game like this might look incredibly good over 60 FPS, but initial reactions, holy heck. But what do you guys think about this? Does this seem like a good thing, or does it seem like a little bit too strange? And honestly, I'm so curious about the other leaks that may come out from the Xbox Game Showcase and the rest of Summer Games Fest. I mean, things are starting to cook. Sony is apparently about to do a PlayStation showcase. That was my other video today. Nintendo's been strangely silent. They haven't shown us the Nintendo Switch 2. I think the summer hype is finally beginning. But tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a
Oh, I was expecting some sort of salt from this, but really, there wasn't a whole heck of a lot. Not all of his videos are all that salty, but yeah, alright. Alright, X-Vault. And I don't know what character this is. This looks like Iviga's avatar that he uses for his channel.
Alright everybody, welcome back to another X-Vault Gaming video. X-Vault here, and yes, today is your second dose of the Salty Batch files for the week. And at this point in time, I'm sure a lot of those embargoes for the Hellblade 2 reviews are coming out, so we're going to get some more salt in the following week, I assure you of that. But for today, we got a lot of damage control going on, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it.
I'm gonna skip his intro.
Like I said, welcome back to another episode of the Salty Batch Files. First and foremost, I also want to let you know that we're going to give Colt Eastwood the week off at this point. He keeps putting his foot in his mouth. We're going to give him the week off because I'm sure, again, after the Hellblade 2 release, we're going to have some nonsense posted from him. So be on the lookout for that, I'm sure. But let's start off strong here with Astal, the guy that likes to make an ass of himself 24/7 is.
Let's see. Okay. I don't see any salt there. Thank you, Sony. Well, maybe slightly, but not much of anything there. Sarcastically saying thank you, Sony, to Wario 64. Yeah, but it's kind of their own fault because they are a third-party publisher and they decided to do exclusivity deals with Sony, so
well, quoting, "Thank you, Sony." What is he thanking Sony for? Well, according to Wario64, pulling up from an article, not Wario necessarily himself, Square Enix confirms EU layoffs as part of the restructuring publishing IT. Square Enix collective indie games label predominantly affected via the Video Games Chronicle. So due to Square Enix layoffs, this is entirely all Sony's fault. It's because Sony fans and Sony themselves are at fault for people not buying enough copies of Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy XVI is what he's alluding to here. And again, in regards to my last Square Enix video, in regards to the Salty Batch Files, we did go over all those multi-platform games that were not being supported by all platforms well enough, apparently. So this is all Sony's fault, by the way. No, the clarification of this asshole, you freaking moron, is the fact that this is happening due to consolidation, due to rising costs of everything and development costs, this, that, and the other. Square Enix is not the only one affected. Everything under the Microsoft umbrella is done. Layoffs, as well as Sony, as well as Amazon, as well as every single company out there, for the most part, has had the layoffs, and due to many of the reasons above, and then some.
Except for possibly Nintendo. I haven't heard of any Nintendo layoffs. Yeah. I think Nintendo is the only company that hasn't had any of their studio layoffs or anything like that at this point. Yeah, a lot of the other publishers and game studios and whatnot have had layoffs. Microsoft and Sony, etc., as he mentioned.
So no, not thank you, Sony, you frickin' idiot. This is just a nonsensical post, and again, shows the true salt to try and place blame on anybody else, especially Sony, when it comes to an Xbox eccentric like himself. Let's keep going here. So this one's from Risk It here. We'll post this right now, right? This is interesting because this is so.
Okay, imagine if Xbox games went to PlayStation in preparation for the new Xbox being able to access PlayStation games through Steam. That's just speculation. I don't see any salt there. They were just talking about potentially having Steam on the next Xbox, but whether or not that actually happens is totally up in the air. It's not like set in stone or anything like that. So who knows?
Such ludicrous thinking, and I'll tell you why. But here, imagine if Xbox games went to PlayStation in preparation for the new Xbox being able to access PlayStation games through Steam. ... So, essentially a full-on PC for the most part. Is that what we're getting at here? Is a full-on PC? That's your rhetoric here? That's what's going to save Xbox in the hardware space? Is it becoming a PC when you can...
It already is a PC. Same with the PlayStation 5. They're using AMD chips. They're x86 based architectures, so like they're already PCs. They just have their own proprietary operating systems on each system, but they're already PCs. Trying to think how far back. Even the original Xbox was kind of like a PC, and also the PS2. I think that's about when they started being using similar chips as PCs. Not quite the same, but similar. But yeah, PS1 I wouldn't consider a PC, even though it was disc-based. The GameCube, not so much. But I'd say PS2 and the original Xbox were the closest to being the first consoles to have like PC hardware in them. Now the PS4 and Xbox One definitely had PC hardware in them. The PS3 had had that weird chip. Was it Celeron or something like that? I forget, but PS3 was similar to PC. Xbox 360, yeah, in around there. It was pretty close to what a PC was.
You know, get a PC right now. Like, it makes no sense. He's tried to do this before, as well as other Xbox eccentrics out there. They've tried to do this before, trying to let's rebuttal this real quick. Like many other forms of everything, Sony can block the access of their games, whether this ends up being via Steam, whether it has an Epic launcher, whether it has whatever launcher. They're going to find ways to block this. That's what they've done with the other God of Wars and stuff like that as well, right? So just kind of want to push that to the side. The main core issue of this here is the fact that we're looking at a PC. So yes, I really don't have words for this. This is how ignorant this post is. And we actually have people backing this up. Well, if it's just a simple plug and play because of blah, 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 you can plug and play your PC, the open platform, a pre-built into your TVs that supports FreeSync, G-Sync. Even if it doesn't, you might have some workarounds. However, you can plug it in. And
you don't need G-Sync or FreeSync on your TV. As long as you have an HDMI port, you can plug it into your TV. And it will recognize it. But you may first need to, if you're just setting up a brand new PC, you would have to have a monitor. I have with this PC, once I installed Windows 7, which I originally had on here, I tried to hook it up to my TV, and my TV wouldn't recognize my PC. I had to actually go out and get a monitor in order for it to work. But it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know if that's still maybe an issue. It is an old PC from like I think I built it in 2016 or 2017 or something like that, and yeah, I hope it's gotten better now. My Steam Deck with the dock and everything, I have no issues hooking that up to my TV. It recognizes when it's hooked up to HDMI almost immediately. I do have another PC to still build, at some point, but I just want to get a better graphics card when I can afford it and stuff like that. Yeah, I have a good CPU. I hope I have a decent motherboard, although it is ASUS. So it was an expensive motherboard. I just hope I don't have issues when I actually finally get around to building it, because it is, I think, out of warranty already. But anyways, let's continue.
And it's going to work. You know what I mean? Like this is a PC that you're talking about. This is so absurd that you think that this is the next step that Xbox needs to do. This is the grand scheme, the grand collective here is Xbox basically being a PC. What? Let's keep going before I continue to lose more brain cells and give myself a headache trying to think of anything why that would be a successful iteration. But anyways, let's bring up Kareem. Kareem, he hasn't been featured in a post for a little bit here, so I just wanted to share this here.
Okay. The photo that started it all. Watch the full video link below. Okay, are you going to show the video?
He thought this was brilliant. He thought this was a brilliant post. The photo that started it all. Watch the full video linked below, because he's such a cultural phenomenon. This guy who, again, blasted most of his user base, which nobody follows him anymore as far as interactions with likes or comments or anything on social media, because he was geared towards a lot of religious-based takes and subject matters. And then when that failed and just completely fell off a cliff, he turned over thinking he could be accepted, and he was accepted into the sheepish Xbox community that just took him in, even though he was basically pretty much a fraudulent gamer. He was a very casual, and then he went and decided to go on full-on Xbox shill here. But yes, this is not the photo that started it all. You made ridiculous posts before this. You thought it was cute wearing a Starfield shirt in front of Spider-Man 2. And again, you wonder why people kind of, you know, aim towards you and give you the...
Okay, I have no idea who that guy is, and I'm not a regular viewer of X-Vault, so I have no idea what this tweet's about. Like, okay, the Xbox fanboy, whoop-de-doo. I don't see any point to this.
These rhetorics back to you, and then you sit around and claim victim, but good job on you, mates. That's really great. Let's continue on here, because there's not much more to be said about that there. But General MLD, yes, he's back, making his grand appearance once again.
Xbox fans like third-person adventure games in smaller doses. Making fun of Sony's having too many is not equal to not liking them. Happy to clarify. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, Sony does make way too many third-person adventure games. It's almost like that's all they make. Almost like that, but.
Stating, a reminder, Xbox fans like third-person adventure games in smaller doses. Making fun of Sony having too many does not equal not liking them. Happy to clarify. No, you had many other posts, and we can definitely pull the receipts, MLD, if you want, where you literally slammed them, not being because there's too many. There's not too many. Is it the one leading aspect on PlayStation? Perhaps to a point, but that doesn't make the game not good. That doesn't make the games not wanting to be playable. In fact, a lot of you guys have been salivating over those, whether it be Uncharted 4, whether it be The Last of Us, God of War, you name it. If you had those on your platform, sure as shit, you're not going to be sitting there downplaying those.
I have access to most of those games on Steam. I don't think I've purchased any of them. So I'm not that big into a lot of those games, and I'm sure some people are, but yeah. I have Spider-Man for PS4. I've never played it yet. I still gotta replace the fan on my PS4. Um, uh, I don't see a whole lot of salt with that one. I think that's a fairly fair statement to say. But I do think Hellblade 2 was a little bit too expensive because I heard it's only like a 5 hour game, but it's like $70 Canadian, so $50 US or something like that. I think it should be like a $25 to $30 game at most. But I'm sure eventually it will go on sale because it is also available on Steam. So eventually I might pick it up. I have the first one. I haven't played it yet. I actually have two copies. I have it on GOG and I also have it on Steam. Because at least on Steam I can play it on my Steam Deck. GOG I can play on my PC and stuff, but I don't want to push this PC too hard. Because I couldn't figure out which fan headers meant for my CPU. I just have it plugged into a random header. So it keeps it cool, but I don't want to push my hardware because I might overcook my CPU on this PC.
Those games, you're going to be playing them and talking to the moon because of the quality that does exude. Whether it's a first-person shooter, whether it's an STS, or, strategy game, if I can talk right, whether it's any sort of genre, if it has that quality and it's a must-play game, you're going to play it. No one's ever sitting there saying, there's too many sports games, there's too many RTS games, there's too many RPGs, Stop it. There's a ton of different...
It's not the fact that there's just too many or anything like that, because they're all made by different companies, whereas Sony is almost exclusively pumping out these third-person adventure games from all of their studios. Like, it's a reoccurring theme with all of their studios. Now, occasionally there might be a slightly different game, but for the most part, they're all third-person adventure games. And that can get a bit boring. Even though they're different games, they could still be a little bit boring when they're constantly producing the same type of game over and over and over again.
Different genres, whether that be the bulk of a first-party studio output or not. Oh well, great games are great games. This is you being prime grade salty and you trying to have a retort back in regards to beefing up and bolstering the hype behind Hellblade 2, which we will see what that scores and what the all-around functionality is. Hard rumor is right now, and don't quote this, grain of salt, that it is 4 hours to complete if you're just kind of going in and through it. I don't know how much there is to claim to that, so again, grain of salt. That's just some rumor mill stuff floating around today, so please don't take that to heart. I don't know yet. We'll find out very soon. Moving on to Falco X here, the bird brain himself. Get ready for the review bombings of Xbox first-party games, Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Can't say that 10 times fast. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, because it's not on PlayStation. All of a sudden, we have an issue with review bombing, even though it's been happening with Helldivers 2 or any other PlayStation first-party game in particular.
Well, the Helldivers 2 thing was because they were delisting it off of 177 country storefronts, and they were making people have to have the PSN account login and stuff like that, and it's not available in those countries. So that was Sony's doing. It was because they were trying to pull some BS. It was not because the game is bad. Like, apples and oranges, apples and bananas, like, not the same thing.
Particular, it's always been okay, but now Here comes the Xbox first party game, and now we have to damage control. Now we have to sit there and make it apparent that there's going to be some review bombing. I do not condone it. I don't condone anybody that's watching this channel to ever review bomb, whether it's an Xbox game, Nintendo game, PlayStation game. That sucks for the companies. That sucks for us. That sucks for the devs in particular. Don't do that. That doesn't help out anybody. It doesn't help your crusade. So let me put that out there as well. But I do want to emphasize his...
Why don't you have a pop filter? I know I'm using a pretty crappy mic right now because I can't get my pod mic to actually work, which has a built-in pop filter. But I don't think that mic has a built-in pop filter. Ah, boy.
Post with the fact that now it's an issue. Even though this whole time before it wasn't an issue, he never spoke out against it when it was a Sony PlayStation first-party game. But here we are. Damage control at its finest, buddy. Yeah, about that. Let's keep going here. So, Snap Blast Play. This was, by the time of this recording, I got this today. He is still on it, folks. I mean, he is tried and true. Redfall on Xbox got too much fake hate, and he has a video that plays on this post, by the way. I'm not going to capture it. I won't subject you to the boringness of what this is. There's a reason why it scored as low as it did.
Then why don't you show it? If there's a video, why not show it? Like, it's probably not even that long. Just showing a screenshot. Okay.
This is not Xbox tax. This is no hidden agenda. This game absolutely bombed at the beginning of its launch. It didn't have the 60 frames per second. It wasn't working. It's jerky. It's glitchy. They supposedly fixed a lot of things now, but a boring, bland game is still a boring, bland game. The studio is being dissolved, if you will, now. They're going to have one final update that's supposedly supposed to give you an offline mode and all that stuff, but at least there's that, right, for when the server shuts down. But, I mean, stop. What are you doing here? And why are you playing Redfall again? Why are you showing clips of that? Look, I'm not going to bash...
Maybe he likes Redfall. And he's one of those rare few people that actually like the game. But who knows? But there was definitely a lot of issues with that game. I don't know how badly it ran before, and I don't know how the updates fixed everything and stuff like that. So I don't know. Might be a night and day difference. Might be a minimal difference. I have no idea.
Anybody for liking a game, that's not the point, because anybody can like any other game. All of our opinions are subjective to that. But it's Redfall. That's like saying Balan Wonderworld is your favorite game of the year when it released. I call cap.
Balan? I thought it was Balin. That's a weird way of pronouncing it. Balin Wonderworld. That was also not that great of a game, but some people enjoyed it, so... Some people like bad movies, some people like bad games. Everybody has their own tastes.
I'm sure there's a handful of people in the world or so that did enjoy games like Balan or Redfall. I'm not denying that to a point. But to sit there and build it up and saying it got too much fake hate is incorrect. More misinformation and just more capping going on. Stop. It's not a good game. I can admit there's some, so to speak, games that I've liked in the past that are not that great. I'm not going to sit there and be like, well, that didn't deserve that score. The only game that I feel that way about, truly, 110%, is Days Gone. And there's a lot of reasons behind that. That's the one-off there. But for the most part, usually the reviews are pretty spot on as a general consensus. Knock your crap off. And why are you still playing it, dude? Stop it. And he has a pretty decent following, that guy does too here. So let's wrap it up with one final piece here, because again, we're going to have a ton of salt due to Hellblade releasing this week for the following salty batch files. But again, General MLD couldn't help but make another pass.
Game Pass could raise prices, do higher tiers, and it'll still be better than PlayStation Plus. More bigger, better day one games. That's how wide the gap is. Yeah, and having to pay for demos on PlayStation Plus, and PlayStation Plus Essential being like $100 Canadian is ridiculous. Just to play online, and okay, yeah, you get to add games to your library, but once you lose your PlayStation Plus access, you lose access to those games. Like I think I have 124 games in my PlayStation Plus library from having Essential for so many years, and I have access to none of them, absolutely none of them, and I'm not paying $100 to get access to them again. It's like, no, that is way too much money, and that's just Essential. And you got the next two tiers. You got like I forget what they call them. There's two more tiers above that, and it goes up exponentially more even beyond that, and it's stupid. I can get Game Pass Ultimate for, I think it's, actually I don't even know. I don't think they have a yearly plan. I think it's just monthly. I think I have the app on my phone. Yeah, I do. Crap, what was my password? Okay, hang on. I'd have to look up my password. I can't. Yes, the newest Saga Hellblade 2 is on Game Pass. Phoenix Point, Arc Ultimate Survivor Edition is. Ghost Recon Wildlands is. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, that's nice. Another Crab's Treasure, Jedi Survivor, Marks Must Die 3, Herald, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Minecraft, Forza 5, Forza Horizon 5, Fall 4, okay, Big City, DSP played that, Diablo 4, okay, there's a bunch of games. You also get access to EA Play if you have Game Pass Ultimate. It actually tells you what's leaving. Yeah. Assassin's Creed Origins. Oh, you get a bunch of Assassin's Creed games. Army of Two, 360, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Battlefield 3 and 4, all the Battlefield games. Bloodstain. Ooh, Black. Ooh, that was a good game. That game really used the original Xbox's hardware. Almost looked like a 360 game, and I think it was also backwards compatible on the 360. But anyways,
Post here. Game Pass can raise prices due to higher tiers. He's given the okay to pay more money and raise prices. Great on you. And it will still be better than PS Plus. All right. More, bigger, better day one games. That's how wide the gap is.
Oh yeah, Sony doesn't even do day one on PlayStation Plus on one of their ultimate tier or whatever. Like even if you get their ultimate tier, you don't get any first like day one launches or anything, even their first party games. Like unlike at least with Game Pass, you get day one releases of first party titles, and usually they don't leave Game Pass either, which is also kind of nice as far as I know. I could be wrong, but
what you want. Rake us over the coals. Continue to give us low quality first party games for the most part. Day one, it doesn't matter because it's better than PS Plus. It's better than PS Plus. The ultimate shilling, the ultimate capping, the ultimate damage control of them inevitably raising prices because of COD being on there day one. It's a matter of time before it's raised, so here we are. Guys, it's okay. Because it's still better than PS Plus, so it's okay. We'll pay whatever. It's okay to raise those prices.
You're okay with PlayStation Plus raising their prices, as far as I know. Like, that was ridiculous when they raised it.
Game Pass has been the biggest downfall for Xbox as a hardware piece of system. But it's okay to keep charging this, and it's okay to keep supporting Game Pass and doing whatever we need to do. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the types of figureheads that speak for the Xbox community and puts it in a bad light. I think it's in everybody's best interest to call the BS when you see it, but I digress. That being said, that'll be the final one here.
Yeah, shout out. Alright. Well, that wasn't that great. Now, some DSP stuff.
So anyway, yeah. Trace and Reap, an $85 tip. Holy moly. Thank you so much. Now, what animation would that be? That'd be this one. I think we already updated this one. Yeah, we did. Okay, so thank you to Trace and Reap. Let's get that on the leaderboard. So we're at $185 in tips. Amazing. Now here's the deal, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that we should wait before I work on a vest or anything like that. You know how heated I get playing this game, and I don't think I should be wearing a vest playing Akuma today. Let's see what happens. If things go well, maybe I'll put it on later, but I really feel apprehensive about putting a vest on. I'm already going to be sweaty playing this shit, and now putting a vest on over that, I don't want to be completely soaked in sweat. It's pretty disgusting, and it's not very good for my health, so I don't think I should be doing that right now. Okay, just being honest. So...
Really, dude? Come on. You're the one that came up with the tier tips goals and BS and stuff like that. Like, why even have the tips goals if you're not even going to do them? Like, wow.
Thank you, Trace and Reap. I appreciate that. And then on top of that, I just received a $30 tip from Rapid Shots. Keep up the great content. Akuma is hitting Master today. So, wow. Thank you to Rapid Shots for a $30 tip. And now we have someone who's threatening to fucking charge me back publicly in a tip. You're threatening to charge me back publicly in a tip. You sure you want to play this fucking game? Because you just gave me evidence that if you try to charge it back that I win. You fucking idiot. Yeah, you you fucking idiot. You gave me an $85 tip earlier. This Trace and Reap dude just threatened me and said, oh, you better put on all your outfit today or I'm gonna just fucking, you better refund me. You fucking idiot. You have evidence now in a tip you just sent me saying that you're demanding a refund or you're gonna charge it back because I'm not wearing a vest and a hat. That's not how it works. You can't charge back because of that. Now I have legal evidence in your message from your tip. So if you try to charge back, I win the charge back. You understand that, right? You understand that, right? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna erase you from the fucking leaderboard because you're an asshole. It's obvious that your tip was never legit to begin with and you had every intention of trying to charge that back earlier, correct? So you can go fuck yourself and I'll keep your money. Don't try charging it back because I'm keeping it, okay? And now I'm trying to remember who was the second place tipper, right? So we're probably at, after 85, we're probably at like 123 or something like that. It's probably what we're really at now, right? So I don't remember who the second place would be. I think there was a $40 tip earlier from someone probably legit, right? It was the guy whose name I put down as WTF. Oh, that's right. You're absolutely right. It was the guy who was talking about the size of Akuma Schlong. That's who it was. It was the guy whose name was the size of Akuma Schlong he was talking about. That's correct. So I'll just say, go ahead. You want to threaten me publicly on my stream? Go ahead and try to charge back and see what happens now that I have legal evidence that you intended to do that to begin with because you just threatened me. By the way, it says right on my fucking tips page, no refunds under any circumstance. So you don't have a legal leg to stand on. Thanks for trying, though, and trying to be an asshole during my Street Fighter stream. What an asshole. Like, why would you even say that, right? If you're a troll and you intend to charge back, just try to charge back. Why would you actually publicly give me evidence that you were intending to do it? I'm glad you did. First of all, we got fucking trolls coming in here doing fake tips and threatening me and shit like assholes. Like, wow. You know, like, that doesn't just compound the problem of me. I'm already knew I was going to be super frustrated. This stream passed by in a blink. It's 4:14 p.m. I feel like it's like 1 o'clock. I barely feel like I even played. It just passed by like, whoop, like super fast. I learned nothing. The only thing I learned is you guys telling me to do the Fierce Punch version of the Adamant Fire.
Phil. This is why you have detractors. This is why people don't like you. This is why... You're the one who sets the goals, and you constantly move the goalposts. Every time you get you reach a tip goal, and then, oh man. Your downfall is of your own doing. Because you're a jerk to so many people. Including me when I sent you a super chat. Yeah, I haven't forgotten how you responded when I sent you a super chat about Street Fighter 6 last year. Yeah, I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt when you had the side scrollers interview. But yeah, after that I was like, yeah, no.
Fire, that's safe. After that, I learned nothing. I saw all this stuff online. I tried it. It doesn't really work. Why doesn't it work? Because I can't do anything because it's too delayed. It's terrible. I can't focus. I'm trying to learn. I can't because everything I do is just, oh my God. You give me a fucking migraine. How do I improve? When I feel like the reason I'm losing is because 90% of the things I try to do either drop or come out so late, how can I ever improve in this game? Right? I don't even get it. I don't even understand.
Alright, we got one more. It's on the same topic, but this is by Memology. Last one was by Duty.
Why does he get to hit after me? I should be at advantage. Why does he get to press a kick before me? My kick, oh my God. Unplayable unplayable game. Why am I playing if my moves don't ever fucking come out ever? Why bother playing the game? This, you know what? I've had enough. I had enough of all the fun and games with this bullshit. I didn't wait 2 days to play this game to waste the whole day because it doesn't work online. What the did low mean? punch is parry according to the game.
So, I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out, we're supportive of Phil, let's cheer, let's help, let's tip. They do it, great. Now I'll get past the state taxes, but now federal tax. Oh, now you owe more because you made more money.
Like I said, guys, I'm not wearing any vest today as of now. Maybe later. Right now, I need to actually get into the game and actually see how I do here with Akuma. I might end up taking everything off. You see how heated I get playing this game online. You know, I might literally take the headband and the glasses and everything off because it's going to fucking distract me, okay? Just forewarning everyone. The stream is about gameplay and trying to get Akuma to master, not me dressing up in fucking cosplay. It's not the cosplay stream. It's the Street Fighter 6 stream, okay? So I make the decisions around here. Okay. I'm a thief. I'm a scammer. I'm a liar. Okay, can't get basic combos. It keeps dropping my fucking moves, so he gets free combo after free combo. Jab man. Wow, oh my god. Okay, drops my combo. Gives me the wrong kick. Gives me forward medium instead of standing medium.
Yep, typical DSP.
Mine! I did mine first. Where's my low medium kick? Why does he get to hit after me? I should be at advantage. Why does he get to press a kick before me? I should be at advantage at that hit string. Me! I can't jump. I literally can't jump. Twice he throws fireball. I'm doing it. My Akuma's going like this. Instead of jumping, he's nudging forward. Tell you, the game fucking sucks. It won't play online, dude.
It's because you got sloppy inputs there, DSP. I heard that there was somebody that was keeping track of his inputs, and they were very, very sloppy, so the game doesn't know what to register because you're all over the place. That's your own fault, DSP.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. Jump! Of course, my punch misses. He presses kick even though I'm supposed to have the ability to press kick there. Mine won't come out. My god, here we go again. No fireball. Now free combo because he randomly jumped. Unreal trash. Dude, I hate this fucking game. It's a piece of shit.
It's not the game, DSP. It's you and your inputs. You're all over the place, and I suggested maybe you trying using your Xbox controller to maybe see if you would do better with that, because it's a lot smaller in your hands rather than using the joystick. But that was when you were on Xbox. I suggested you use your Xbox controller. Now I think you're on PlayStation, so you should maybe use the DualSense controller, see if that works for you. But nope, you want to use your $300 or $400 joystick that you spent a bunch of money on, and also bought the game for a second time. Now I did play the demo. I think I have it on my channel of Street Fighter 6 on Steam. It runs great on the Steam Deck. If you really wanted to, DSP, you could get it on Steam and use your mini PC. It's not too far off from a Steam Deck as far as I know. Maybe a little bit less powerful, but not too bad. You could always lower the graphical settings and stuff and just run off your mini PC if you wanted to. Plus that joystick that you've got you can use, or an Xbox controller with a long USB-C cable or something.
It's unplayable. No, my kick. Oh my god! Everything's so fucking delayed. My kick. Oh my god! It's very salty. There's nothing I can do. Game, I can't do anything. Unfucking playable shit. Unfucking playable game. Literally is drop, drop, drop. Okay, every time I'm supposed to be at hit advantage, I press the button, nothing, but he presses a button and hits me instead. All the moves, every time I do the flame fist, I'm at hit advantage. I'm at advantage. Why can't I do a move after it? I press the fucking button, where's my fucking move? Why is it drop constantly? I just don't understand this piece of shit game. I don't get it. I'm so frustrated because it's unplayable for me. Why can't I fucking get anything to work like it's supposed to? Everything late, everything delayed.
Whoa!
Wow.
Definitely feels like he was doing this.
Can't do anything. No way I can react to that. Not online. Too laggy. Oh. How the fuck did it whip twice? How did it right next to it? Blocking. Of course. Of course. I lose. Got my combo. Of course. Dude, this is unplayable. Unfucking playable trash. Where's my kick? No kick for me. What? I did low medium kick drive rush. It gave me low medium kick late standing parry. Not even the same fucking input. Can't do anything. No fireball.
I'll say it again. It's because you're constantly inputting stuff over and over and over again, and it's
Didn't do jab uppercut. What? Yes, I did full screen jab uppercut. Oh my god, random jump giant reward combo. Where's my kick? It dropped it again. Now I'm burned out. Amazing gameplay, huh? Wow, I've really outplayed. Fuck this game. Fuck this piece of shit. Fuck this game. This fucking sucks. It's such a waste of time. It's just trash. I would be dominating if my moves would come out half the time. They literally don't. Everything I do gets dropped halfway. I just don't understand it. I don't know how these people fucking play this game online. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm half my stuff literally doesn't come out. I have hit advantage. I press a button, nothing. He just stands there wide open. He doesn't block on reaction. He doesn't fucking do a Shoryuken, nothing. It's all this free nonsense. I can't do shit about it. Shoryuken. Nope, no Shoryuken. Can't block backwards. Free combo. Oh, that's it. Free pattern done. That's game. I literally can't do anything. It's unplayable. I can't react to anything they do. I don't know how I'm supposed to play the fucking game. No drive rush. Can't block knuckle on reaction. No Shoryuken. What was he doing? Fireball, so no Shoryuken. Unreal. No blocking. It's over. I'm not playing this person again. I refuse. It won't. The game doesn't work. No, she got how many free jump-ins because my character will not Shoryuken? 0. How many times did she get free jump-in combo? It won't fucking Shoryuken. The game is terrible. I don't understand what's going on. Can't fucking Shoryuken? You suck. It's official. You suck. You are a fucking scrub.
Here comes a new
Why am I playing? Money, 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 money. Why am I playing if my moves don't ever fucking come out ever?
You got
Why bother playing the game?
$218 there, DSP. Right there, 218. That's why you're playing. Oh, this is a long video. I didn't realize how long it was. I don't want to play the whole thing. I think we got the gist of it. Let's see if there's anything else.
Akuma, I like the character a lot. I want to play more with him, and we'll talk about that a little bit in a second. Okay? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Oh, by the way, so my overall win-loss record with Akuma, when I got to ranked, was only 46%. I had 31 wins and 37 losses, so more losses than wins because I just got, like stonewalled by the 5-star diamond players who are stuck there. They're not good, but they play their pattern, and I didn't really know how to beat the pattern with Akuma yet, and I got spanked by it, you know? It really frustrated me. Oh, by the way, there's one other thing that I will say. Because there's one thing I want to say before we move on from this topic and we talk about my day off. I want to say thank you to anyone who was on stream on Wednesday, enjoyed the content, engaged with it, and supported it. And I want to say thank you to anyone who watched after the fact and enjoyed the videos as well. And thanks to those who leave their feedback, all right? Here's the truth. A lot of people do not leave feedback anymore on my content, and it sucks because engagement is a really important factor on YouTube.
That's because you heavily moderate your comment section there, DSP. So how are people supposed to leave comments when you delete almost all of them? Even ones that are constructive criticism and stuff like that. Like, really? What did you think would happen?
People watch the videos, but no one comments. I look at all the comments. I approve the comments that are basically not hateful comments, right? And there just aren't a lot. It sucks because I would love to have conversation in the comments of my videos. Like, you would think day one Akuma, people would be like, yeah, so here's what people are doing. You should use this variation. Or, here's what you messed up. Here we go. I didn't get any of that. I didn't get any feedback, really, in the videos. And it sucks because that's exactly what you want. And you can't, I'm not getting it. So for me, I have to study videos, right? And I have to just guess. I'm not getting any feedback to say, hey, here's a helpful tidbit, or here's something that could have been done better, or here's where your flaws are. I'm not getting that advice.
It's because you're very toxic, and yeah. I don't think I need to say anything more.
And it makes it more frustrating because I don't have a lot of time, as you know, to play Street Fighter like everyone else out there right now is playing a hardcore. I'm playing it again today, and then when am I playing it again? Monday? And then again when? Wednesday, maybe? I can't play it every day. I'm a variety streamer. Tomorrow I'm doing an Indies marathon. Sunday's my React day. I can't play it like everybody else. So what I would say is, guys, if you like the content, please engage with it. All right? I would really, really appreciate your help. You know, and I wish that people would engage more with the stuff. I'm not even saying just give me advice, just saying, hey, good video, right? Something like that. They don't. People watch. There's views on the videos, but the engagement of liking the videos and leaving comments, I'm looking all day yesterday on the comments. I'm like, gee, I hope someone will comment on these videos to see what they said or what they think about Akuma or my Akuma. I get like nothing. All right? What I do get is a bunch of nonsensical stuff, okay? Absolutely nonsensical. So, for example, someone leaves this comment. I swear to God, I'm going to paraphrase it, but I get a comment like this. You're no good. You're not like Justin Wong or Tokido or Maximilian Dude. You're like LTG level. So you shouldn't be angry that you lose. Like, literally, that's the comment. And I'm reading the comment, and I'm like, so let me get this straight, okay? I'm not like someone who literally plays fighting games full time. Correct. You would think that would be common sense. Like, you wouldn't even have to state that in the video on a comment. It's like, dude, you're right. I'm not Justin Wong. I've literally never been a full-time fighting game player. I'm not Tokido. I haven't been a tournament winner, an EVO winner and placer in Street Fighter in the last decade. You're absolutely right. Like, this is, like, very easy to figure out. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, I wasn't aware that I said I was. Have I not said so many times in the last 10 years, I am not part of the FGC? Should I repeat myself here again? I am not part of the FGC. I stand outside of that community because I don't want to be associated with them, with a lot of the things that have happened over the years, with the way that they've treated others, the way they've treated me. All right, I'm not into competitive fighting games when it comes to entering tournaments, and I don't care about being.
Well, when you were doing tournaments and stuff like that, you were very toxic. Like you had the moniker of King of Hate. Like you you were a terrible, terrible human being when you were doing that. You still are, but in a different way. But still, like, what do you expect?
Being so good and better than others. If anything, like I've told you, I've been this really weird anomaly where I've stayed out of fighting games for almost a decade, and now I came back and I'm actually doing decent at them. Like, how many people could say I didn't play fighting games for over a decade in any competitive capacity, and then Street Fighter 6 came out and I have 5 master characters. And by the way, with a positive win-loss ratio, not that I grinded them to master by playing endlessly and I lost a ton. I actually have positive win-loss ratios with every character, right? That's an accomplishment for me. And that's not me grinding to be part of the FGC and win tournaments. That's just a personal accomplishment that I actually really proud of, okay? So I'm not part of the FGC. I'm not one of these people. The names that they drop are hilarious. Justin Wong, Tokido
Hang
Max.
on a moment. He said he has 5 characters at master rank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. There are 22 characters, I think, in Street Fighter 6. And he's only done 5 to master. That's maybe a quarter of them. That's what would be an achievement is if he got all of them to master. But there's so many characters that he just refuses to play as. Ryu, Guile, DJ, I forget, Chun-Li, Cammy, yeah, I don't even know all their names. There's Jamie. Forgot her name. I don't know all the characters, but like, there's quite a few characters that he could play as.
Million. Oh, you mean the people who studied Akuma before he even came out? Who micro-analyzed all of the footage out there? Who got early previews of Akuma in some cases and got to play the game early? Who literally, this is their bread and butter. This is all they do. They'll be playing Street Fighter 6 now for weeks. Ripping the game apart. Playing it non-stop. You know, people who played it non-stop when the patch came out. I played it all day, sure. What, 5 hours of gameplay? They were probably played like 12 to 15 to 17 hours of gameplay in the first day. You know what I'm saying?
At least it's skippable.
Yeah, you're right. I'm nowhere near as good as them. I mean, no shit. I wasn't aware that this was like a competition to begin with. Like, for me, what I wanted to do, I was really hoping maybe on day 1 I could get him to master, and then I could be like, wow, that's an accomplishment. Day 1 I got a new character to master, right? And now I can kind of focus on variety. But now the way I feel is like I'm kind of like, man, I was doing good, and then I kind of faltered, but now I want to kind of try again because I've had the rest away for a day, and I feel like today with the 3 hours that I have on this first stream, maybe I can get Akuma to master. As long as I play solid and I get more wins than losses, I think I can do it. In 3 hours, I might be able to do it. But the comment's hilarious. Like, on what planet did you ever fucking think that I was in competition with those people? I'm not. I have no desire to be as good as Justin Wong, Tokido, Maximilian, or anybody else. I don't care. I stand alone. I'm very different from any of them. I'm not looking to be them or get their viewership or get their knowledge and level of competition in fighting games at all. I don't know where that even came from, but this is what idiots think. They think that like, oh, see, DSP sucks because he's not Justin Wong or Tokido. What? What are you talking about? And then they say, oh, you're like LTG. To my knowledge, LTG plays the living shit out of fighting games. I still don't, even though I like them. I still don't. As you know, I'm a variety streamer. There's entire times when I don't play fighting games. I think his whole end-all be-all is fucking fighting games. So you should think that he'd actually be way better than me. I don't think he is. I really don't. From what I've seen, the few times that I watched him play, he didn't seem much better than me at all. When I challenged him to play, he fucking dodged it and refused, right? So, that's what I mean. Like, the point you're making is you're more like LTG. Okay, you're probably right. But even then, he's playing nonstop. I play casually a few times a week, if that. And if I'm on that level, I think even that's a compliment. So you're not as good as the top players and people who play Street Fighter like full-time for a job. You're correct. You're as good as LTG. That's a compliment, actually. So if that's the case, what is the purpose of your comment? And the guy, you can tell the guy's really trying to insult me at the comment. And I'm reading it, I'm like, this is the mentality of the average person on the internet when they think about me. They just think these insanely negative things about it. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what are you even trying to say or prove in a comment like this? You know? Anyway, so that was Wednesday. Now, let's get to the Phil's Day Off segment, because yesterday was a crazy day.
All right. Yeah, nobody's here watching right now. I think I'm pretty much gonna end the stream. I only got three people came and stopped by and took a look, but didn't stick around during the live stream. That kind of sucks. Would have been nice to have some people in chat to kind of chat with. I would have paused the video a lot more to engage with chat, but nobody said anything, but that's okay. I guess my video game streams get more views. Oh well. I'm probably gonna watch Len if he's still on. 8:26. Yeah, he might still be on. So I'll just play some music and call it a night. Have a good one.
I need my horse, baby. Oh. She's like my mother and my lover.
I love the horse.
I love my horse, baby. I love my horse, baby. I love the horse, baby. Dog. She's like my mother and my lover, yeah. I love my horse, baby. She's like my mother and my lover, dog. I love my horse, baby, dog. You're my soul mare. Put some makeup on your eyes right before you cry. Never ever say goodbye, married till I die. You're my soul mare. I just wanna get on top of you and ride until the sunset. Baby, let's go get some DoorDash. Let's go to Burger King. Fuck all the junkies in front. They're just shooting up like they got guns. Let me get you a nice little burger with the buns. I got all the funds. I just wanna chill and have fun. You can play video games as long as I get drunk. Make some quick pulls, those are my rules. And if you follow them, I might say I love the horse, baby, dog. She's like my mother and my lover, yeah. I love my horse, baby. horse, baby.
There's nothing whatsoever on my wife that looks like that.
I love my horse, baby. She's like my mother and my lover, dog. I love my horse, baby, dog. You're my soul mare. Put some makeup on your eyes right before you cry. Never ever say goodbye, married till I die. You're my soul mare. You're my soul mare. I need my horse, baby. Oh. She's like my mother and my lover. I love my horse, baby. I love my horse, baby. I need my horse, baby. Oh. She's like my mother and my lover. I love my horse, baby. I love my horse, baby.
You wanna know what he did? He took the face of the escort and put a horse's head on it, and he said, my wife looks like a horse.
I need my horse, baby. Oh. She's like my mother and my lover.
I need banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim. I need banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim. Squeeze the banana, okay? Squeeze the banana, yo. Squeeze the banana, my home. Tasty banana, squeeze the banana, okay? Squeeze the banana, squeeze the banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel, it comes in denim. I need banana, tasty banana. Squeeze the peel. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze the banana, okay? Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. My home. Tasty banana. Squeeze the banana.
Is it robust?
Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need in my mouth. I need squeeze the peel. I need in my mouth. I need squeeze the peel. Squeeze the banana, okay? Squeeze the banana, yo. Squeeze the banana, my home. Tasty banana. Squeeze the banana.
Is it robust?
Squeeze the banana. Squeeze the banana. It comes in denim.
$6.72 to $6.72, biggest sipper of the night. How would you come up with the song? I need bananas, tasty bananas, put bananas in my mouth, squeeze the peel, it comes in denim. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Meerkat Mother. Who?
La lune est libre, je crois.
Give me your mailing address. I want to mail you a spoon. I'm tired of people saying that because I am who I am, I can't eat shit out of my fucking ass. Eat it. Kiss my fucking ass and lick my balls. Eat it. Fucking eat it. Oh, he's doing a meme. Oh, this is cringe. Eat it. Eat it. I am fucking based. Fucking eat it. Shut the fuck up. racist, Bill's a sexist, Bill's this, Bill's that. I am who I am fucking based. Eat it. It's my fucking